Popping steak and eggs. It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 7 review. Okay, so the episode begins with Amara being overwhelmed with being a mom and working and everything that she has going on. You know, her baby's father abandoned her and the kids and everything. And, you know, like I said, she just, complained to her mom how overwhelmed she is. And I feel bad for her, because she thought it was going to be one thing and it turned out to be another. But the signs was all there when the man wasn't there for you throughout your entire pregnancy. He didn't show up. So I didn't understand why she thought it was going to be any different. He didn't make an effort to help you then. You know what I'm saying? But, she can do it. Thank God she has her mother there. I know her mom was having some health concerns, but she has the money and the means to be able to, take care of her daughters. So she decides to go to a poker night that Princess is throwing, and says that as far as Vonshae is concerned, she's intentionally avoided the GoFundMe conversation because she says she saw it coming and didn't really want to make her feel worse. Well, I can understand her not wanting to make her friend feel worse about the situation, but you should have warned her. You know what I'm saying? That, okay, I'm in the spotlight, so I know kind of how these things work out. I know how the public tends to be. So let me give you, some advice and some forewarning. And at the end of the day, whether they continue to do it or not, at least you told her and you could still been a supportive ear. Just avoiding her and the whole conversation make it seem like when things go bad, I can't depend on you as a friend. You know what I'm saying? But considering y'all just became friends, I wouldn't even care that much that Amara jumped ship. Like, you only known a girl 5 minutes, Vonshae, so I wouldn't even care. I would have honestly expected it because, you ain't really showed me nothing. And the first time that you do show me, and the first time our friendship loyalty is tested and you failed, boom, you already told me what I needed to know. So Tip book signing at I think it was at the strip club, if I'm not mistaken. She wrote a book about, that lifestyle and everything. And she sits down and talks to Joy. And Zoey's name comes up. And Joy says that she was protecting Trina because Trina been going through a lot here lately with just being overworked and, a whole bunch of other stuff. And she's still reeling from the passing of her niece and everything. And that's understandable. I don't honestly think that Joy was in the wrong for what happened between her and Zoey because, like I said, Zoey came over there with the wrong energy, saying the wrong thing, and she addressed everyone. She said girls, plural. So you are talking to me when you say girls. You know what I'm saying? So Eliza's name then comes up, and Tip was like, I know her as Satin. A lot of people don't know Eliza is evil. And remember on last week's episode, I was like, what is the beef here between these two ladies? Like, what did Eliza do to Tip that she despises her so bad? I was like, we need more context. And she gave us the context in this episode. In her confessional, she says, I think I ride so hard against Eliza because truth is she hurt me. I really thought we were friends, but she left all her friends in the dust when she hooked up with Future. She is a dangerous user and a clout chaser. This is why you so mad? Because the girl got a man and chucked y'all up the deuce? Was it shady? Yeah, but for you to be going this hard is giving very much you jealous. Like, I'm with Eliza with this one. Like, are you mad because I've moved on? I'm no longer, dancing anymore. I was with a celebrity. I got a baby by a celebrity, because why do you care so hard about somebody that went on to date somebody and went on about their business? Like, you should already know in that culture that that's how things roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. It's weird to me. So Joy says she heard something about kids when they were arguing, and Tip was like, yeah, my son is in college on a full academic scholarship. I saw her daughter was in a clinker. It just shows the difference. And she tells Joy how Eliza made the comment about her son seeing her, giving, on the internet. And that's how that whole situation came about, which Eliza was wrong because kids didn't have anything to do with the conversation. Tip in her confession was like, the sad part is Eliza already had a daughter who she barely saw, and her daughter now has a mugshot because Eliza leaves everyone behind to do what's best for her. So, baby, she just spilling all the tea, honey. Tip is out for blood, okay? Then we go to Zoey, who has finally got a place. I was so excited and happy for her when she said that she has a place. But then that happiness quickly turned into a frown because she said that she's living with her boyfriend, Kelvin, that she's been with for 2 years. And as soon as she said that, I'm like, what? You got a boyfriend named Kelvin 2 years and you was sleeping in your salon taking bird baths? Huh? 1 + 1 is not equaling up to 2, my love. Make it make sense. They then just show a flashback scene where she tells him that she was living in her salon, and he was like, we ain't gonna be having that or whatever. I'm here for you. I'm gonna take care of it. And she says that he was the one that ended up getting them a place together. Girl, who do you think you fooling, Zoey? Girl, you are not fooling nobody. You know that man had a place to stay. You know that man had a place to stay. And y'all finally got some housing, because who is going to be in a relationship with a man for 2 years and you fall out on hard times and your natural thing would be to go be with that person if they already had housing for themselves? Because it doesn't make sense that if he already had a place, why didn't you just go stay with him? And then you said that when he found out about your situation, he was like, I'm going to go get us a place. That still don't add up. If he already had a place, it would have just been natural for you to go there. Why would he then go get another place so y'all can move in it together? Like, that would have mean he had to break a lease or something, or his lease was just up. Girl, it ain't adding up. Neither one of y'all had no place to stay, child. And this whole relationship is giving me them folks from off Love After Lockup. That fat lady and that little man. Girl, it's not adding up. Like, I would have rather you just kept it a book, like me and my man was on hard times. You know what I'm saying? Because, girl, no, you need more people for me to believe that one. So they sit down after she done cooked dinner for them, and she tells him about the issue that she had with Joy. And Zoey in her confession was like, Trina know what she doing. She got them purse holders, that was funny, around her for a reason. If she want a real boss be around her who has their own mind, that's going to tell her what it is to be around her, she would have. And I don't think that people are not telling her that she's being a biz naive. They probably are, but they probably doing it off camera. You know what I'm saying? Not to embarrass her, but hopefully, prayfully, she got people around her telling her that her behavior is just not becoming, and it's nasty, and it's giving snooty, and it's not giving humble, you know? So she says she feels like they were trying to look girl her. And I don't think that was the case. I think that the whole situation started off sour 100% because of Trina and how Trina handled the situation when she first met Zoey. You know, she was being like, I don't want to be bothered. Like, hey, girl, how you doing? Okay, let me keep it going. And I think that was 100% wrong. But then on Zoe's side, like, yeah, you were really excited and happy to meet her, but you got to lower your expectations when it comes to celebrities, because they people just like you are and will disappoint you as you were disappointed. You know what I'm saying? And another chick just like you, or she just got a couple more zeros in her bank account, girl. But other than that, girl, okay, you acting nasty. You ain't never got to worry about me ever again. So at that point, I would have never went and spoke to her again after that. I would have just kept it 100 and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? So Trina links up with Super Cindy and tells her what happened with Zoey and says that she don't know if she can work with her. And once again, in this situation, if I was Trina, considering Trina don't think that how she was when she met the girl was wrong. So that I was getting ready to say, considering how things went the first time that they met and then how things happened the second time, if I was Trina, I would be like, you know what, we started off on the wrong foot. Let me do this again. I know that she had issues with my cousin or whatever, but let's just start anew and, keep it moving. But Trina don't think that how she even, talked to the girl the first time she met her was wrong. So throw that logic out the window. But I don't think that it was fair for her to say that she can't work with her, because if it's both of you and Super Cindy doing the records, why can't Zoey just work with Super Cindy? You ain't got to be there when she in the booth. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of whack. Very much whack. Because just because she got into it with your cousin shouldn't affect the business, So Flo and Gaelle talk. And she asked, does she think that Flo little new girlfriend is using her? And she was like, nah, that's my baby, this, that, and the third. And they discussed the Marlon situation, and Flo has to literally tell her sister that she never apologizes. I don't even remember if the girl apologized or not, but just period. Why are you even sitting down and having a conversation with Gaelle? Gaelle is a lunatic. Like literally, like ain't no conversation after everything that girl did. Girl, get out my face. I wouldn't even want you nowhere near me. So it's the poker night, and it's Vonshae, it's Princess, it's Amara, Shay, Eliza are all there. And Vonshae arrives and says that Amara disappeared once her daughter had health issues and the GoFundMe fiasco. This is what she said in her confessional. So, and Suki was there. So they get ready to start playing, and Vonshae feels some type of way that Amara brought Eliza. So Vonshae was like, Amara brought this new girl, Eliza, whoever she is, and it's weird AF because, girl, you have a whole friendship over here you have to finish, and you over here getting new ones. This is what she said in her confessional. But my thing is, I don't understand how people be so pressed about people that they just met and when they disappoint them. Like, people be going into friendships and relationships having way too many expectations for people. People are trifling. You know what I'm saying? I can see if y'all been friends for 7, 8 years, but girl, y'all just start kicking it. Okay, she acting funny towards you. Now she over here with the next one. All right, let her find out how she is. But I wouldn't even care. But once again, we on a reality show, so I guess she gotta care. So Amara was like, regarding Eliza, she was like, I wanted you guys to bond and meet. And Vonshae was like, well, I don't want to hear that. I need to talk to Amara. And Amara was like, what was that about? That was weird. And Vonshae was like, yeah, B, because you're avoiding the elephant in the room, and the elephant is me. I hope you're a better friend to her than you were to me. And Amara was like, you don't think I'm a good friend to you? Because the same could be said to you. Vonshae was like, I'm a great friend. Do I not check on you all the time? Where have you been these last couple of weeks? And Amara was like, dealing with my own life. And Vonshae was like, and guess what? I was dealing with my own life, but I still checked up on you and your mama. And that's another thing. You can't expect for everybody to move the way that you move. That's a lesson that we all have to learn in life. Just because you respond a certain way and you do things and your morals are one way, don't expect the same thing from the next person. And you said for the last few weeks, you know what I'm saying? She ain't been around over the last few weeks or whatever. Once you saw that she was all right when you was calling and checking on her and her mama, okay, I see what it is. And once again, I'm going to keep it pushing, okay? All right, I know that you ain't over there, unalived or sick or whatever the case may be. and you ain't checking up on me when I'm going through a hard time. All right, I peep game, and I'm gonna keep it 100, and I'm gonna keep it moving. So Suki asks, like, what's going on? And Vonshae explains what happened between what happened with the GoFundMe situation and how she's been getting threatened on social media, and her baby is back in the hospital, and says that Amara hadn't called her once. And Amara was like, I'm going through my own personal ish. And Vonshae stands up, and then Amara stands up, and Vonshae throws like poker chips or something at her, and security got to break them up. Meanwhile, Suki over there eating chicken wings like I would have. I'm sorry. After that, they get separated, and Vonshae is escorted out to leave. Amara ends up staying, and then we see Eliza and Shay having a conversation. Eliza says that she went through something very similar with Tip, and she tells her the comment Tip made about her daughter. But I was like, did you leave out the part where you brought up her son first? Like, I hate when people don't tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, okay? Because you was wrong. So then outside, Amara cries to Princess about, her baby daddy not being there for her and how it's so hard and she's stressed. And Princess gives her words of encouragement because, she grew up without a dad and this, that, and the third. And this is my take on Amara. Amara is not a good friend. She's not a good friend to anybody. Amara is literally one of those women in my eyes that will go 10 toes down for a man. We've seen it on this show with every guy that she's dated. She will go 10 toes down for that man, stick by him. He could dog her, do everything else. You come try to talk to her and give her advice and tell her she need to wake up. She gonna go off on you and distance herself from you because she is all about man. But when it comes to friendships, you have to understand with Amara, she's not going to care about what you're going through. She's not going to be there for you. She's only going to deal with you when it has to do with her and something that she want to cry or complain about or play victim about or whatever the case may be. She's a very friend. She's done it to Shay. She's done it to now this girl. Who else? Bobby, like she get into it with everybody. She's a horrible friend. You can't even call her a friend. She's that type of girl. So I would never even befriend her because she can't keep no friends. And at the end of the episode, Eliza meets with her 23-year-old daughter, LHHMIA, and she says that she had her at the age of 19 and hasn't seen her in the last 6 weeks because she doesn't approve of her boyfriend and they be arguing back and forth over it. And so she had to put the daughter out. So the daughter come in, and Eliza's like, you're my oldest. You had the opportunity to go to college, and out of nowhere, you started hanging with this boy, and things just went left. So Eliza in her confessional says Shemia's boyfriend was still in Cadillac converters, and she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. They got caught and hit with some theft counts. So Eliza was like, what's so special about this boy? Why you ain't got rid of him? And Shemaiah was like, because he was there for me when I left the house financially and mentally. He hears me out. Not everyone hears me out. So she's running, obviously, to this boy for comfort and love that she doesn't feel like she's getting at home. And so Shemaiah says that her mom is a hard person to talk to because she didn't live with her growing up. And when she did come over on the weekends growing up, she was like her mama would go out. But Eliza was like, I wasn't going out. I had to go work to provide for us. And Maya was like, yeah, but you never spent time with me. And I think that Eliza needs to take accountability for that this girl was lacking her mother. You know what I'm saying? She wanted her mom. And I understand that you had to work to provide, but you need to acknowledge that you weren't there for her. You know what I'm saying? So Eliza was like, at that age, I didn't know any better. It was like a kid raising a kid. I met your dad at 14. Your dad was 24. Let's talk about that conversation. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, now it all makes sense. She was like, I'm older now and more mature. I know what it takes to be a mother now. Back then I didn't, and I'm sorry. I want the best for you. I don't want you to go down the path I went. And her daughter starts to cry, needs a minute. So they go outside and they talk. And Maya was like, I didn't want to think about the experience again. I don't know if she was talking about her getting locked up or her childhood. I don't know. But Eliza was like, I'm not asking you to be perfect. I just want you to be better than me. And she seems like she genuinely loves her daughter and genuinely cares for her and wants her to be better and do better. It didn't seem like it was coming across insincere and like she was doing it for the cameras. It does seem like she and her daughter really do love each other. They just got a lot of work that they need to do on their relationship. So then at the end of the episode, Zoey meets with Super Cindy and tells her side of the story of what happened with Joy. So she was like, look, am I going to be on the project? And Cindy was like, unfortunately, no. So Zoey starts to cry and get loud and say she's starting to get mad. And Cindy was like, well, first of all, don't get mad at me. And Zoey was like, I didn't say I was getting mad at you. I said I'm getting mad. And I was like, see, that's part of the problem right now is that you don't know how to talk to people. Like, you sitting up here yelling in this lady office. Like, you can't be sitting up there yelling and crying and screaming when things don't go your way. Like, ain't nobody gonna want to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, should she feel slighted? Should she feel wronged? Yes, but it's about the way you handle yourself. You're a grown woman. You can't be out here crying and snotting and yelling and then doing all of this when, somebody say something to you. So Cindy was like, lower your voice. And Zoey was like, Joy isn't on the project. I never disrespected Trina. Is this about music or siblings? And Cindy was like, it's about respecting one another. And Zoey was like, y'all picking Trina's side because she famous. When I get famous as her or bigger, then I want you to keep that same energy. And Cindy was like, you should have just walked away and not even stepped to them. I agree. So Zoey was like, you don't make us feel like this, talking about Trina, treating, the young girls wrong or whatever. But this is the first time I've seen or heard of, Trina not being there for somebody. And one thing that I would say to give Trina a little grace, because yes, she has handled this situation with Zoey 100% wrong. I do not like it. Her attitude this season has been very stank. But what people fail to understand with these celebrities, that once again, they are human just like you are. And you have to understand that they got people tugging on them left and right, asking them for something. Can you give me advice? Can you do this? They got staff that they have to pay. Like, your life is not your own. You know what I'm saying? I myself, and I'm nowhere on, Trina's level as far as notoriety, but people know who I am as well. Do you know how many times I get asked today to get mentored? Or can you help me try to write a book? Or can you publish my book? Can you mentor me? Can you do this? I not only have this job, I'm a writer. I'm a mother. I take care of my mom. My father was just recently sick. I have my own health issues. I have authors that I, publish, movies and everything else. Like, you can't be everything for everyone. And it does become very overwhelming when you have to give to everybody else and you barely have anything for yourself. And I think that people forget that on top of working and everything else I got to do, now I got somebody else in my face asking me to do something. But it does not negate the fact that Trina was 100% wrong for the way that she handled it. Because just because you're overwhelmed in your life does not give you the right to just talk to people and be flippant. You know what I'm saying? So, Zoey was like, if I was Nicki Minaj coming up to Trina, Joy but would have never parted her lips, but because I'm a new girl, she wants to open her mouth on some ish that ain't got nothing to do with her after she disrespected me. I still didn't disrespect Trina. So the fact that she's even saying all of that because of her cousin, F her cousin. And see, this is where Zoey needs to take accountability, because you came up to them all wrong. You did address her when you said, I hope I'm not coming over here to the mean girls. You know what I'm saying? You don't know these people. You just can't walk up saying whatever and then be sitting up there like, I ain't do nothing. You did everybody wrong in this situation, child. Everybody, except for me, Joy, because I would have responded the same way. Like, who you talking to? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? But I still don't think that she should have got taken off of the album or whatever. I think that's super whack. But the whole thing is just crazy pants, okay? Y'all make sure to let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. I give it a B-. It was good. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.